So so let's talk about the game. We talked about everything else. Let's
The
talk
Eagles
about
whooped
the
them
game.
behind, and it's over.
The Eagles whoop that ass.
Let's go back to what I was talking about. So now let's but let's talk about the game. Flawed, talk to us.
No, so I think I said on the show just a week ago, I'm like, the Eagles are better than them everywhere. They're better offensive line, defensive line. Like I call them, like everywhere the Eagles are better than this team besides Patrick Mahomes, and it's going to come down to the rest. And I'm going to be honest. On the first drive of the game, when the Eagles literally just methodically drove down the game, I was like, no way these refs are going to try to screw them out of this game. Remember that pass interference or whatever? I was like, oh no. But when I heard the crowd boo collectively, I was like, we're good. We're going to be in there because they're not going to do this. Like, they're not going to do it. And listen, it was football. Football 101, right?
First pass interference called to AJ Brown?
Yeah, that pass, even the commentators were like, that wasn't pass interference, and the whole crowd was booing. I was like, they're not gonna do this the whole game. Like they can't. Like
AJ
everybody
Brown just walked off smiling. He just walked off like, man, here we go.
Yeah,
that was like a third down play. That was such an awesome play, and it
was. It was no, wasn't it fourth down? Was it third down or fourth down?
Third. It was. Was it third?
I don't remember. Well, I don't remember. Whatever down it was, when Tom Brady said, "Oh no, and then they called it, and then the crowd started booing. I was like, these refs are going to get it together today. I know that.
I think what we saw was Kansas City picked their poison, and they sold out to stop Saquon, and they basically was like, "All right, Jalen Hurts,
beat us."
And I don't know why people keep trying Jalen Hurts like he's goddamn. I don't know why they act like the man can't play.
Can I take it back? I don't know why people don't realize that football starts in the trenches. The Eagles have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. So, Street, me and you might be able to go back there and make a little check down if you got 7 seconds. Because it doesn't have to be pretty.
I don't want to hear that. Philadelphia Eagles, Tofa, all that stuff. They cheating. I told y'all. I said it to y'all. They what? They're not going to go against Vegas. Huh? I told y'all. I clearly said it. And guess what? I got receipts.
They're not going to go against Vegas.
Okay.
Look at my face. Oh.
I'm going with Philly, Street. Talk to me.
T.O. said, now T.O. played in the league. You heard he said, like, I would have never played in it and don't think it's rigged. But the blatant never said it.
Let me go to my part. What I said. Watch this. I'm going with Philly. That's all I need to say. Show over. God bless. Good night. I tell y'all better start listening. It don't matter. Guess what? Always bet on red. The red man. I'm here. Forget what Drake did. He messed it up. Let's Drake messed it up.
I was about to say,
I think the obvious, and I think we talked about that. The obvious, they were saying that the Eagles had the better team because with all the cheating talk going on, it was a 1 point game. Like, and it was like, hey, wait a minute. Like with all this, you would think the money would be coming in on Kansas City. So obviously the Eagles, nobody's talking about the Eagles and how good they really are, dog. Their offensive line is nasty, dog.
I've been telling people, I'm like, the Eagles are the most complete football team. And everyone's like, yeah, but what about, and I'm like, no. Period.
Can't throw the ball on your back. You cannot throw the ball on your back.
Period.
And I was at work and they were like, Patrick Mahomes didn't show up. No, them 4 dudes on that front showed up.
Right.
And they were knocking at the door. Mama, right. They were that man again. And there's 4 of them. What are you going to do? Tell them I ain't home.
And that offensive line for the Eagles showed up. Like they dominated in the trenches. They dominated. Like Patrick Mahomes didn't stand a chance. And did Jalen Hurts even get sacked?
They say it's the largest offensive line in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, I mean, they've been that all year. So my poor Steelers had to play the Chiefs this year. We played the Eagles this year. We played almost every team that was in the playoffs, it seems. And the one thing I remember saying the week of the Eagles is I was like, the only way my Steelers are ever going to beat them is if they get turnovers, because they're loaded. Like, they're just a great football team. That if you don't watch football and you just watch the Super Bowl, or you just watch your team, but you watch nobody else, what you saw the Philadelphia Eagles do, that was a great football team. They have trenches. They have good corners, good safeties, good linebackers. Like, that is what a football team is supposed to look like.
So
they had six. They had 6 sacks. Philly had 6 sacks. KC had 2. Philly had 11 quarterback hits to Kansas City 3 quarterback hits.
Wow.
So basically, Jalen Hurts was only hit 5 times in totality of sacks as well as hits, and Philly had 17 on my homeboy.
17. So, like, okay, so if you take 17 and you break it down by 4 quarters, so we'll do 16. So that's about 4 times
a quarter.
And if you only get the ball, what? Twice a quarter at most? Yeah. That's brutal.
With the $5 down there, man. Let's all be honest.
Oh.
Have any of us sat and watched every halftime show once we found out who was performing?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
And that's the point. But we also don't come out, but I'll say this to you, Reggie, bet for the 5. But we also don't come out and say, that Pink Floyd performance was terrible.
Right.
And didn't even watch it. You got people saying that performance was terrible and didn't even watch it.
Yeah. So hey, give us some football talk. The Eagles got pressure with 4 guys, and they seem to be very wide. Like, talk to us. Like, what were we looking at, bro?
So you see them what they call ghost 9s, jet sets, where you talking about the wide defensive ends, right? And what a ghost 9 is, the 9 technique, the tight end. They call it a ghost 9. If there's no tight end, you treat it as one, so it's different technique. So you get out wide. That creates a certain angle for you versus the offensive tackle, right? And then so the offensive tackle, he has to now kick slide even more because the guy has the angle. He's further out. So he has to really get on his horse and kick slide. And I remember, coaching defensive ends, and I remember saying this. Do you believe, I used to bring every old lineman, could you beat this old lineman in a 40? Yeah, coach, could you beat him in a 40? Yeah. Could you? Yeah. Now, can you beat him if he had to run backwards? Hell yeah. That's exactly what it was, just a mindset, right? Of course, it's some technique. But what you do is you create angles and you keep Mahomes in the pocket to force him to step up, right? And now they play games with that where you can stun and twist and so forth. But I thought it was a great way to now say, all right, Patrick Mahomes, you can't sit back here and really think you have this, because you have guys that are now also outside of your peripheral, right? If they're tighter, I can see and feel them coming, and I can feel that pocket collapsing. But if I walk out 2 to 3 yards wider, now they're outside of your peripheral. So now you're anticipating that somebody's coming. So now you're starting to see ghosts. Like, oh shit, is he? Oh damn, he was blocked. So it creates a mind for the quarterback, right? Because he knows watching film that they got great pass rushers. He knows them boys put in work, and he'd have been hit as the game going on 17 times. So now, he's not only fighting what he sees, he's fighting what he doesn't see.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? And he is the catalyst. He is the machine, the engine to the Ferrari for KC, right? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great game plan, but it's also what happens when you got great players. You look like a damn great coach. You look like a great coach when you got great players.
Can I just say something really fast? Juan Manuel. So if the Eagles are what a football team looks like, what do we have as the Dolphins football team? Do you see that comment?
You know what, Street?
You have a lot of work to do is what you have.
Yeah. Good night. Everybody go home.
What you have realized is that your team is not good enough. That's what you have. You have some work to do.
But really flawed. So I'm gonna do you like Shannon did Skip. So you're gonna sit right up here and do me like this. You're gonna pick him over me, and we work with you.
I'm picking the truth.
The truth.
The truth is the Dolphins have a lot of work to do. What do you want me to say?
We got a damn 12-year-old
Now, if you want me to lie to
Rolex
you, if you want to be a delusional fan, I can tell you it's fine. You might have some Hall of Fame guys on your roster and everything will be fine. I mean, we'll be fine.
If other teams could do it, we can be delusional.
Yeah. So you can be delusional, but if you want the truth is you got a lot of work to do.
Man, street. We got a 20-year-old coach with a gold Rolex and a vape pen out there. Fuck. What are we doing?
Yeah, Rolex and a vape pen.
Was there any moment in the game where either one of you thought the Chiefs were going to win?
Maybe kickoff. The kickoff.
When Mahomes stepped out with that green suit on. Nah, when I saw Jalen Hurts and them Jordan cleats, I was like, oh,
with the purple? Did you see him with the purple?
Yeah. I thought he warmed up in some Jordan cleats. I don't think he wore them in the game, though. I don't think he can. I thought Saquon would be the deciding factor. I thought Saquon would have them control the ball. And then when they obviously sold out to stop Saquon because A.J. Brown was one-on-one and Jalen Hurts was hitting him back shoulder. And you know what I'm saying? Like, they basically picked their poison.
Yeah.
Put your glasses back on. I'll say this. Jalen Hurts, I think, had a phenomenal game throwing the ball. He was 17-22, 221, 2 touchdowns, and an ugly interception. And Patrick Mahomes was 21-32 with 257, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
Yeah, but how much of that? Look, can I just say something? It was at 9:28, I believe, in the fourth quarter. It was 37-6.
Correct.
So Patrick Mahomes' stats are kind of like, okay, I get it. Those are his stats. I get it. Agreed. But like, bruh.
Agreed. No, they call the dogs off at that point. No, I agree with that. And that's why I tell people stats can be misleading. Yeah. And stats do need context. So to your point, yes, you're 100% correct. But what I do believe the deciding factor was Jalen Hurts' legs. He kept drives alive. He kept the chains moving. You understand? And that dang field goal kicker was ice, baby.
Yeah, he made didn't he make all of his field goals?
He made all of them, but not only that he made them, a lot of them were stopped. Yeah, he was 4 for 4. His longest was a 50. He made 16 points himself.
Right, and then they kept seeing whatever the long snapper was doing, whatever they were acting like the long snapper was doing. He was still making the field
driving things. So he was very clutch, I'll say, for them, man. He was knocking them through solid. And you know, hey, shout out to him, man.
Reggie has a super chat.
Reggie? Oh, my bad. We both hit at the same time. $5. Who was the player that was dressed like Frank Lucas from American Gangster?
What did Frank Lucas wear?
The mink. Remember he had the gray mink from American Gangster? Remember Denzel? That's how you got caught? Oh, Lord. Hold your arm up. We got to take one of your stripes off your arm, Really Flawed. You lost your hunt card around here.
Hard R or A?
The black card? Hard AR. Black card.
Start by changing the mascot to the Killer Wells. No. That's actually funny. You know what's actually funny is I never thought of that. Aren't the dolphins like the friendliest animal in the sea or something?
Don't do that.
Are they?
Don't do that, please.
They're very
laces out, Dan. Laces out. Here you go, right here. That's the Frank Lucas right there.
That is so funny.
Boy had the chinchilla. Boy had the chin. That's what got him in trouble.
That got him in jail. Yeah, being too